Yes, yes. Preach, brother.
Why don't you just convert to Christianity?
It is kind of confusing.
I'm sorry I wasted my time with you.
Here you go again.
Somebody in her family could be a suicide bomber.
Shush!
I dwell in Meshech. I dwell among the tents of Kedar. Psalm 120.
Hello, my name is Mo. I am one of the mosques in the area. And you?
My name is Naomi. Did you just say you were a mosquito?
No, I am just introducing myself. I am Mo, and I am a mosque. A mosque is for Muslims what a church is for Christians.
Oh, I am so sorry. It must be your accent, Mr. Mo.
I heard you reading from the Bible, and you mentioned Kedar. What about Kedar?
You know, I'm not really sure. Let me check on it, and I'll get back to you, sir.
My source about Islam probably comes from mostly textbooks and I guess some from information from the internet.
Our source of information about Islam is very limited, unfortunately. CNN, there's a lot of things in the media about it, and it's all mostly negative.
I've learned about Islam through college courses and just general exposure through news and world events.
What I tell people about the claims of Christ is that he didn't claim to be just a prophet. He didn't claim to be just a prophet, but just a good teacher. He claimed to be God. And the way I know that is that the Jewish people only had two things actually, that they could kill some people with stoning. The first was to catch someone in the act of adultery, and the second one was blasphemy of God. There is an incident where Jesus claims to be God when he says, I am. And all the Jews around him pick up the stones to stone him. And Jesus said, for what are you going to stone me? And he said, what have I done? And they clearly understood that you, a mere man, are claiming to be God. See, it doesn't matter what I think 2,000 years later. It matters what the hearers that he said. He doesn't claim to be a prophet. He literally, in the ears of people that heard him, claimed to be God, and they reacted to it. When I'm answering somebody about the exclusivity, or how can Christianity claim that Jesus is the only way, my best analogy is softball or baseball. When you get on the home plate and the pitcher pitches the ball and you hit it really well, what's to keep you from just running to third base? Because it's just as close as first base. And frankly, I run to the left better than I run to the right. And who's to say that when I make it like to heaven, make it all around the bases and come home, that I'm not just as safe and score just as many runs as if I did it the right way, supposedly? My answer is because you're not playing baseball. You're not playing the game as the way it was designed. It's God's bat, God's ball, God's rules, God's field. He is the one, as Jesus Christ, who said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. His rules. I didn't make it exclusive. He did. And if you claim to be a Christian and you deny the fact that Jesus is the only way, then you're really denying that Jesus is who he says he was, because that's who he claimed to be.
I don't ever remember hearing about Islam in my church.
I didn't really hear about Islam from our church.
I've heard about Islam in my church, not a lot about it.
I did not hear about Islam in my church very much.
I've heard about Islam in my church because my church tries to have many different outlooks on religions, and we try to understand different religions from our own.
There has been very limited information about Islam in my home church.